Okay, somebody pinch me here. Somebody pinch me. I don't think this is really happening. Let me see. I'm here. You're here, right? This is reality. Chicago, one of the most liberal cities in America, is calling out for Donald Trump. They're ready to listen to Donald Trump. They're ready to listen to any Republican, even a Republican that will come in and help them change things in Chicago. We've got to understand this is going back almost 100 years since the Republicans held in office. 1927 and 1931, there was a guy named Big Bill. He actually worked for Al Capone, helped Al Capone. That was the last time they saw a Republican. Before that, I think it was 1833. It was all Democrat up until then. From 1833 to 1915 to 23, then 1927, the same guy, to 31. Other than that, we're talking almost 200 years, strictly Democrat. Republicans don't even run in Chicago. They know better. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of effort. So for this to be happening in Chicago, what else is going on around the world? If this is happening in Chicago, you got to see the video. You got to see the video. Just watch this.
Let's have a meet with the Republican Party. If Trump want to come to town, come and meet with us.
Trump 2024.
Come have a meet with us, Trump.
Trump 2024.
We are not going to stand idly by while you starve our community. These are our children, and they will not be targeted while you take and make a better life for a new group that just walked into this country yesterday. $9,000 a month for these people. You know how hard it is? $1,000 to $1,500 for every child, every illegal immigrant child that goes into Chicago public schools. You give them money for uniforms and computers and all these things. We're not going to stand down, and we ask that the Republican Party come and sit down and have a meet with us.
We're not okay with them taking our resources and giving them to people who don't live here. But now you found money for the migrants. We're calling foul for any independent candidate in the city of Chicago, any Green Party candidate in the city of Chicago, and any Republican candidate in the city of Chicago. Now is your time, because we are done with the Democratic Party.
There it is. There it is. Now, the political climate in Chicago, Illinois, it's strongly liberal. Cook County, Illinois is 74.2% of people voted Democrat in the presidential election, and 24% voted for the Republican Party, and the other 1.7% or whatever voted independent. So over 75%, almost 76%, less than 25% voted Republican. It's a waste of time. But not anymore. Not anymore.
Is Joe Biden going to have your vote?
I'm not sure who's going to have my vote, but I tell you what, for me, who has always been a lifelong Democrat, the Republican Party is looking real good.
Ooh.
You see, they've noticed the rise in gang violence, for one. They've noticed the immigrants coming in across the border and taking the resources from the lower class people, number two. And this has been going on across America for over 3 years since Biden took office. Let's be honest. Since Biden took office, things have gone horrible for America. Now, Americans, listen, do not forget. We cannot forget. Do not forget that food prices skyrocketed. And you've been immune now to paying almost double what you did in 3 years ago. Gas prices for the last 2 years have been up to $4 a gallon. Now they're bringing them back down. You know why? Because they can. They can bring gas prices down. They can bring food prices down with it when they want to. But they'll do it in their last year, their last term. Trump had it going all around, all 4 years. America was living well. Notice in the last 3 years, you've had LGBTQ pushed on your children in schools, indoctrinating them. Last 3 years, they've been pushing it heavy. Now they're going to calm down, tell everybody to be quiet for the next year until we get this presidential election won. That's what the liberals are going to do. That's what Democrats are going to do. That is what they do. They've literally infused the schools from elementary to college with LGBTQ forced in your face, thrown it all around the country, and the world isn't liking it. They're putting it all around the world, and the world does not like it. America has seen a decrease in respect, period. So now all of a sudden, elections are coming up. And we're seeing the gas prices go down. The food prices are going to go down a little bit. Real estate and rent still going to stay up. But they're going to stable things out there for you. So it doesn't get too bad until the next election comes. And then wait. Then wait for the sucker punch. Then wait for that sucker punch. You think you got it the last 3 years. You ain't seen nothing yet. Give them another 3. But all of a sudden, you see the elections coming up. Gas prices going down, food prices down. We know they can control it. They control it. Rent, mortgages, interest rates, all played out with the election. America, do not forget what the last 3 years have looked like. Once you forget, this next year is going to be a forget me moment for the last 3. Oh no, we're making everything better. You can see it coming up. You can see things working in our administration, bringing things back. No, this is planned. It's part of the plan. A good one too. Hats off. They won't be showing the migrants crossing the border in drones of tens of thousands anymore. The media is going to chill out on that too because they don't want you to see it coming across now. Now it's no big deal. Forget about that. Forget about that. But you will see them coming into your cities if you live in an inner city. But the media won't be showing it because they need your votes. And the media is going liberal on this, of course. That's what they do. That's where their donors come from. Don't forget America. Don't forget the last 3 years. Let the last 3 years be remembered in the next 4 to 5. And let's get this economy back to good. First off, let's get America's respect back to good. Second off, do you want to know what Make America Great means to most people? Here's what it means to me. It means a time when one person in a household could go to work full time and support his family, his wife and 2 kids. One person. That was great. They wouldn't have to go into debt for it. One person. It was great. It means you could fill up your gas tank, even if you were only getting 6 miles to the gallon. You could fill up your gas tank and not be concerned about your kid losing out on a birthday present or a Christmas present or a good meal on the table. That was great. It means using the natural resources that we have right here in America to make life easier on the Americans that are working that 7-day week, 5, 6 day, 7-day week, putting in that 80 hours a week and making their lives easier. It helped. It's greater. It means being able to send your kids to school, knowing they're going to be sent home with an education, not an indoctrination in a different lifestyle that doesn't meet your family's requirements or meet your family's cultural beliefs and perspectives. No, they're coming home with whatever's on the teacher's mind that day. Kids coming home educated. That's great. It's when people of this country knew the difference between sanity and insanity. That's great. It means once again being the strongest and most feared nation in the world because of their strength, and their pull, and their economy, and their sanity. One nation under God. That's great. Americans, don't forget what the last 3 years have looked like. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and have a blessed rest of your night or day.